My name's Andre and I'll be presenting my individual hazard report. The workplace I chose is an electrical engineering company. It's a global engineering branch and it's involved in transformer manufacturing, designing, testing. The task I'll be discussing with you is a transformer impulse test. Now what this is, it's just testing a transformer's ability to withstand a simulated lightning strike without collecting damage. The hazards I'm talking about are an electrical, fire and a noise hazard. I chose these hazards as the focus of my report because they'll be relevant to my future tasks as an electrical engineer, because I'll be involved in transformer testing and all these processes, so it's good if I get an upper hand and educate myself on these hazards early. Fire hazard. So the nature of it involves a flame, smoke, rapid ability to move, can affect a large area, intensifies the presence of oxygen, wind. Significance, if the fire hazard can't be contained, you'll need further reinforcement such as a team of firemen. Unlike the other two hazards, a fire can affect a very large area of the factory and really has no limits, which has substantial damage and very high repair costs. Potential health and safety risks: fire can cause burns, lung damage, tissue cell death, emotional effects like depression, all these things. Noise hazard: nature of it's caused by operation of machinery, relates to sound energy, can have damaging effects when you listen to dangerous levels of noise for an extended period. Significance: can cause permanent damage to the ears, which is 1 to 5 senses. It's a localized hazard and it's easily controlled, just discontinue operation of machinery. Potential health and safety risks: damage to hearing, headaches, fatigue, high blood pressure, things like that. Electrical hazard: it's fast moving current, which is a killer component, has a low survival rate, and whenever you have conductive material around, the hazard's always present. For example, water is conductive. Significance: can lead to the occurrence of another hazard, which is a fire hazard from things caused like electrical leakage or lightning strike. It's detrimental to human life, can cause instant death in most cases. Potential health and safety risks: cause electrical interference to the heart, difficulty breathing, cardiac arrest, and instant death in most cases. I'll now be discussing control strategies my company utilizes to decrease the risk of these hazards. So for the elimination strategy, where possible they'll always use a quieter machine instead of a noisy one. For designing out, they'll ground all wires when necessary, ensure the testing area has enough room so there's no wire tangling or deterioration of insulation material on the wires. Ensure the testing material is closed off from outside elements such as wind, and the factory is located quite close to a firefighting station, which is quite convenient. Engineering controls: smoke detector alarm system. When testing is in progress, all participants are in a sealed safety room, which is quite far from the transformer, which is good. There's always testing lights that indicate to other members of the factory and other sectors that testing is in progress. Administrative measures: good housekeeping ensures that the testing bay isn't too messy. The company only employs qualified, experienced workers to undergo the tasks, and there's safety consultants that run regular safety seminars to educate employees on improved techniques to deal with workplace hazards. PPE measures: to enter the factory you have to wear safety goggles, a bright yellow vest, closed shoes, safety helmet, and there's good access to a defibrillator and a fire blanket and extinguisher. Evaluating the existing controls. For the elimination strategy, as long as the transformer's around, we can't eliminate the fire and electrical hazard. What we can do is use a less noisy transformer, which would reduce the risk of hearing damage, which is also an improvement here. For the designing out strategy, this has been quite effective. By concealing the testing area, if a fire was to occur, it would be isolated and not intensified by outside elements. Improvements we can make is relocate the testing area away from factories and offices so other workers are not exposed to any risk if a hazard was to occur. Engineering controls have definitely been a success because there have been no incidents where any of the three hazards have occurred. A big factor in this is the isolation of workers while testing in a sealed testing bay. Also, the use of warning lights have indicated to other factory workers testing is in place and not to go near the area. Improvements we can make is make an escape route directly from the testing room without needing to walk back into the testing area. Administrative measures have significantly reduced the risk of hazards. Good housekeeping has ensured all wiring is isolated from each other. The employment of experienced staff has allowed the task to be conducted in a safe manner. Regular safety tests have ensured all equipment is up to standard. Improvements to make is we should have a constant physical guard of the testing room, not just cameras. and safety seminars should be run more often, maybe every 2 weeks. PP measures have definitely been quite effective, as no incidents have occurred where we need a fire extinguisher or a defibrillator. Workers have also been very easy to identify due to the bright yellow vest, which is quite good. And improvements we can make is we should increase the number of extinguishers and defibrillators.